This morning, I was thinking about how sometimes we want to, like, we just don't like people who tell us the truth. And we don't want to hear hard truths. Sometimes somebody needs to tell us something and we don't want to hear it. If you've got bad breath, do you want somebody to tell you that you have bad breath, or do you not want somebody to tell that you have bad breath because it's embarrassing? And you're going to get mad at them. If they're like, your breath stinks, are you going to say, thank you so much? If you got a piece of food stuck on your teeth and somebody's like, hey, you got some food stuck on your teeth, are you going to be mad at them because they told you and be like I can't, or you're going to be embarrassed. There's going to be this moment of embarrassment, but then you're going to get to go fix it and you don't have to be embarrassed before everybody else. Would you rather know or would you rather not know? So if you walk around all day and you've got a toilet paper sticking out of the back of your pants, do what if, you go to school and you have toilet paper sticking out of the back of your pants and you just walk around all day like that and you go home and you change clothes and you just never knew it, but everybody laughed at you all day. Wouldn't it be better for somebody to tell you? Wouldn't it be better for the first friend that you meet that they run up and they stand behind you and they pull that off and throw it away and not s- yeah, and say, "Hey, let me fix this." Wouldn't that be better? Um, but we live in a society where, well, you know, maybe yeah, that would be better. But what if you've got a personality quirk that's driving everybody crazy? What if you've got something that you do that drives everybody crazy? Wouldn't it be better for somebody to tell you? Even though it's going to hurt your feelings because you think, man, that's me. They're attacking my personality. Wouldn't it be better than you living your whole life annoying people and everybody not liking you? And when they see you, they turn around and they go the other way. Wouldn't it be better for one of your friends to come to say, hey, you do this. Did you know? And boy, that's going to hurt. But what if you could live your whole life and nobody just never just goes the other way when they see you coming, but nobody ever tells you why? Wouldn't it be better? Um, but I think a lot of times what happens is we get mad at people who try to correct us. And so we created this system where we don't want to know and people don't want to tell us because when somebody tells us, if I'm driving down the road and I'm speeding and my wife, if Stacy says, hey, you're speeding, I get mad at her because she told me I was speeding. She told me I was doing something wrong. And so I get mad at her. And so what we do, we live in this society where nobody's going to say, "Hey, you're speeding," and you just hit a construction zone that's 35 miles an hour because that person that's driving is going to get mad at us for saying that. And so we just don't say anything. And then what happens is we are going to just get the ticket. We just don't want to be told that we're wrong about anything, and we get mad about it when we are. Um, So, man in the morning. Let me give you some verses to meditate on this morning. Proverbs 9:8 says, reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. If, man, here's a good test. Are you a wise person or are you a fool? Um, if you rebuke some translations say a fool. If you rebuke a scorner, if you rebuke a foolish person, they're going to hate you. But if you rebuke a wise person, if you tell a wise person they're wrong and you tell them to stop that, they're going to love you for it because you helped them. Um, Proverbs 13:1, a wise son hears his father's instruction, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. A foolish person doesn't want to hear it. They don't want to be told that they're wrong about anything. They just want to be wrong. Well, that is foolish. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 5, it's better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the songs of fools. It's better for a wise person to get in your face and yell at you than it is for you to hear praise of foolish people who tell you how great you are and how good you're doing. It's better to hear, it's more beneficial for you to hear People telling you, wise people who love and care for you, who are trying to help you and tell you that you're wrong about something, that you need to make a correction, that's hurtful. That hurts, but it's better than all of your foolish friends getting around singing your praises. Think about Psalm 141. It is a particularly good one where David says, let the righteous smite me, it will be a kindness, and let him reprove me. It shall be an excellent oil which shall not break my head, for yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities. Let a righteous man slap me. I would rather a righteous man slap me because I know that that's a kindness. If I'm about to walk out in front of a car and some really good, kind, righteous, smart, wise person slaps my face to get me to come to my senses, that is kindness. That's not mean. When somebody says something to you that you don't want to hear, when somebody says something that seems to be harsh, when somebody says something to you that hurts your feelings because it's true and because you need to change, that's not mean. That's love. Um, But we live in this culture in this society where nobody wants to be told that they're wrong about anything. And everybody gets mad whenever you tell them that they're doing something that's wrong. Um, if you're speeding down the road and somebody says, hey, you're driving too fast, you're going to get a ticket, that's a kindness. That's not meanness. That's kindness. Meanness would be letting you just drive down the road and get the ticket. I remember years ago, I was driving down the road with one of my buddies, Corey Collins, and he is this beautiful, sweet, amazing gentleman. And he is so kind and so demure and so sweet. We were driving down the road and we had gone to see a lady who had had a stroke, and we were talking, and we were just kind of, I was distracted. I was driving us back to work, and I started like to veer off the road. And when I looked up, we were just headed to this huge oak tree. I jerked the wheel and got back on we were going super slow in a subdivision. I jerked the wheel, got back on the road, and I looked over at Corey, and he was just sitting there like smiling. He was not going to say a word. He was so sweet and he was so kind. He was going to let me drive us into a tree and not say a word. Well, I know why, because people don't like correction. They don't want to be told they're wrong. They don't want to be told how to drive. And so we just sit there in the passenger seat and we just let people make huge mistakes because we know we'll make them mad if we tell them what they need to hear. You know, it would have been a kindness if Corey had slapped me on the leg and said, "Hey, pay attention." Um, it, but our attitudes are terrible. Rebuke a wise man and he will love you. Rebuke a foolish man and he will hate you. So here's your manna for this morning, and here's your thought for the day. When people correct you, do you get mad about it? If you do, you're a fool. When when people correct you, do you love them for it? If you do, you're a wise person.